So a lot of people ask why I became a chiropractor, and I explained to them that although I've been getting adjusted since I was 2, I never understood the true power of chiropractic until I started working at a chiropractic office. Now when I started working at this office, I started seeing miracle after miracle after miracle. And one of those miracles, his name was Alan. Now Alan got under care and he had severe diabetes, severe heart problems, and was on over 20 meds. And 3 months into care, he comes into the office and says, "Guys, I just got back from the medical doctor. All my diabetes marker cells have dropped dramatically. My heart problems are gone, and I'm down from 20 meds to 2. And now after hearing that, I realized that I had to become a chiropractor because I had to tell the whole world what true chiropractic was. And now some of you might be thinking, wait, heart problems? Diabetes? How can chiropractic help with that? I thought chiropractic was for neck pain and back pain. Well, my goal today for you is to understand that chiropractic is so much more than just a treatment for neck pain and back pain, and that it's about unleashing the infinite healing potential that's within each and every one of us. And now in order for you to understand that though, you have to understand the philosophy behind chiropractic. And that philosophy states that we were created to be healthy, that God blessed each and every one of us with an inborn intelligence that controls and coordinates every single cell, tissue, organ in our body. It tells our heart to beat, our lungs to breathe, and our kidneys to filter, all without us ever having to think about it because the whole process is automatic. And chiropractors call this intelligence innate intelligence. And now this innate intelligence is the same intelligence that took 2 cells, an egg and a sperm, and turns it into 7 trillion cells when a mom is having a baby. And that same power that made your body also heals your body. And it doesn't happen any other way. And the best example we have of that is when you cut your finger. Now when you cut your finger, at the same time your innate intelligence is telling your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe, it's starting a complex biochemical reaction. You have platelets being formed, clot forms, you have the bleeding stops, and eventually you're left with a healed wound. And that happens all without us ever having to think about it because the whole process is automatic because your innate intelligence is controlling everything. And now that we know that we have this innate intelligence, the next question is, how does that life force get transported throughout the body? Well, there's one organ system that controls and coordinates every single cell, tissue, organ in your body, and that's your nervous system. Now your nervous system consists of your brain, your spinal cord, and the nerves that go out to your whole body. And the reason we know that's what your life force uses to be transported throughout the body is because in order to be clinically considered dead, your brain has to die. So when your nervous system dies, you die. And that's why your central nervous system, which consists of your brain and your spinal cord, is the only organ system protected fully by bone. Your brain is protected by your skull, and your spinal cord is protected by 24 movable bones called your spine. And in between each of these movable bones, the nerves exit to go to, say, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your immune system. And since we know that if your brain dies, you die, we also know that if we were to cut this nerve right here, that's say going to your lungs would eventually die. But what's less known is that due to the daily stresses in life, these bones in your spine can actually move out of alignment. And when they move out of alignment, they can actually interfere with the communication from your brain to your body and your body back up to your brain. And that's what chiropractors call a subluxation. Now, when your spine is subluxated, your body is put into a state of dis-ease or disorganization. And this is the worst place you can be at because there are no symptoms. You have disease cells building up and building up and building up. And because only 10% of the nerves in your body are for pain, you don't know it until eventually, when enough disease cells have built up, you get a symptom. And as a society, we have been trained to just treat that symptom, to cover it up. We've been trained that our headaches come from a lack of Advil, that our child's ADHD comes from a lack of Ritalin. But you know what? When you just cover up that symptom, your spine is still left subluxated and your body is still in a state of dis-ease. And eventually, that symptom's just going to come back, or another symptom's going to come, or another symptom's going to come. And that's because you never really got to the cause. And that's where chiropractors come in. We're the only profession trained to find those subluxations. And when we find those subluxations, we administer an adjustment, which is a light, specific force put at the right place and at the right time. And over time, we remove those subluxations. And when we remove those subluxations, those symptoms, they go away by themselves because that state of dis-ease is changed to a state of ease. And that state of ease leads to health. And that's what happened with Alan. The chiropractor found Alan's subluxations and administered an adjustment. And over time, he corrected those subluxations. And he removed the interference from Alan's nervous system and allowed Alan's innate intelligence to communicate freely throughout his body. And the power that made Alan also healed Alan. And now the part I left out of that story is that when he got done telling us about what happened, he said, "Guys, thank you so much for saving my life. I wasn't able to be the father I needed to be to my children or the husband I needed to be to my wife. Thank you for changing my whole family's life." And now, can I guarantee you that all of your symptoms will go away under chiropractic? The short answer is no. But what I can guarantee you is that your life will be infinitely better under chiropractic. And that living a life free from subluxations is so much better than living a life subluxated. So I invite each and every one of you to come in and get your family checked for subluxations and see how chiropractic can change your life.